Alright, let's do this. You can do it, Dems. You're a perfectly capable adult that can do this sort of thing. Okay, I can't. Alright, take two. Let's see. Hey peeps, it's Dems. Disappointing, I know. But I'm here to talk to you. I'm here to talk to you about something really very super exciting. This time, I want to tell you about my indie game, Synthetic Girlfriend. Synthetic Girlfriend is my passion project. One that I've been working on for years, since 2017 I think. I even released a proof of concept demo back in 2019.
It's very old and cringe though.
So, if I've been working on it since 2017, why am I speaking to you guys in front of a camera today in 2022? That's an excellent question, and it's because I have nothing better to do. Before I jump into the specifics of the game, I want you all to know where I'm coming from. Those who know me know the details, but for those who don't, let's say life didn't go my way particularly and shit hit the fan pretty hard a couple months ago. I realized something in that period though. This was the ultimate opportunity to work on Synthetic Girlfriend again. Suddenly I had tons of free time and motivation to work on it. Partially because I'm unemployed right now and I don't want to fall into the well of absolute despair again, which is why I'm bringing it back full swing, starting with, you guessed it, a devlog. In this video, which is devlog number 0, I want to discuss a few things, namely how the game came to be, what is Synthetic Girlfriend actually, for those who don't know, and the 2019 proof of concept demo, what I'm trying to achieve with these devlogs, and how I'm going to approach all of it. So what even is Synthetic Girlfriend, right? Well, Synthetic Girlfriend is a story-driven puzzle game in which you play as Yuri Nagai, a 20-year-old genius programmer that's currently going through his sophomore year at the university. One day, he's called by his AI teacher to offer him some internships, and one of them is at his dad's company. He reluctantly accepts due to parental pressure and thus begins his journey at Nagai Robotics, where he gets reunited with his childhood friend Mika and meets two android girls, Eri and Ayla. During the course of the game, Yuri will fall in love with one of the girls, or not, depends on you really, and help them overcome their issues while learning about himself, solving puzzles, and interacting with others. Pretty standard romance VM stuff if you ask me. Now, if I have to summarize how Synthetic Girlfriend came to be, it would be this screenshot. Yep, that's it. Back then, a couple visual novels were getting really popular, like Doki Doki Literature Club and Teaching Feeling. This particular friend of mine was playing them and just hit my face with the idea. So I started to immediately work on it. So yeah, I made a couple of sketches, concept art, and designed the characters on a whim. Being the robot lover that I am, it just came to me really. Then 2 years later, after a lot of work and hurdles to overcome, I released a proof of concept demo, which you can play if you follow the link on the top right. Hope that's right. But I also put a link in the description. Well, regarding the demo, it was made in Ren'Py, which is an open source visual novel engine made in Python. Good stuff if you ask me. But I remember thinking back then how much more I wanted SceneGF to be, and all these things I wanted to have in the game that will be almost impossible to do in Ren'Py, like 3D backgrounds and puzzle minigames so yeah, sorry Ren'Py. Ren'Py is still super cool though. Tons of people make a lot of cool stuff with it. I'll link a couple of my favorites in the description below. Also, did you know that Doki Doki Literature Club is made in Ren'Py too? Yeah. Anyway, as I was saying, one of the things I wanted to add to the game was a puzzle minigame which will affect how the story goes in certain scenarios. At that time, I really didn't know how to code in Python, so I commissioned a minigame that was just like that ice puzzle minigame from Pokemon Ruby and Sapphire. Funnily enough, there's another game that I learned not so long ago actually, that's called Pyramids of Ra. It's for the original Game Boy and it's pretty much the same tile painting / cracking thing, they just made a whole game out of it. So where was I? Oh yeah, so I decided to move away from Ren'Py, but what engine would I use now? That's what I asked myself anyway. So the answer came naturally, thankfully. Taking advantage of the fact that they were teaching me Unity in game dev school, I decided to move the game to this engine. But between school assignments and tinkering around and a lot of things happening in my life, I couldn't really put as much work as I wanted on this version. Not to mention that I scrapped a couple of early tests because I screwed Unity so bad several times that the game wouldn't run anymore. But yeah, I've been working on this for quite a while now, but it's been an on and off thing. Also, Unity certainly is way more complex and requires a ton more preparation and coding knowledge than something like Ren'Py, which was very streamlined for that matter. But after countless days of trial and error, here's what I have so far. You can walk around and talk to people. Yeah, that's it. Well, not really. There's something else. A way back I made a small puzzle minigame in JavaScript that I dubbed LineSlide. Yeah, sorry, I couldn't come up with anything cooler for the name. In this game, you move lines of circles around, with the spaces in between included, to try and place the circles on the respective color tiles. It only has like 10 levels and it's kinda buggy, but it was sort of a demo of my coding skills with JavaScript. So I thought this is a pretty cool minigame for SinceGF, and in fact, I did try to code it into Unity. Take a look. Yeah, it's incomplete too. But isn't that exciting? Because we now have something to look forward to being finished, right? What else do I have? Let's see. I made some pixel art, which is one of my favorite things to do for games, and some 3D modeling here and there, since the overworld is 3D, and I also want 3D characters to appear next to the text boxes and cutscenes. I also made the music that you're listening to now. Lastly, if I combine all the documents where I have stuff written for the general script, the word count is around 45,000 words. I aim for the script to be around 300,000 words, since that seems like a good amount of content for a game of this kind. And aside from some behind the scenes stuff that's boring, like ink file integration for the dialogue system, implementation of choices and that kind of stuff, that's pretty much it. Okay, now that I told you about the current state of the project, I want to discuss what's next. This is currently devlog number 0, since it's just me launching the thing and showing you guys what's up. My plan is to release one devlog a month, no matter how little progress I made. I want to be consistent because I know too well how inconsistent I've been with this project, and I really want to make it into a finished product someday. Yeah, maybe life will get in the way again, maybe I'll get a job that sucks the soul out of me, but I don't want to stop posting these devlogs. As long as I post one devlog a month, which is a generous time I think, it will kind of force me to work on the game consistently so I have something to show on the videos. Right now I have a list of things that need to be done, so it's not like I'm completely lost on what to do next. I'll probably start adding more features to the dialogue engine first, like a click to continue widget and fast forward probably. I also want to get the basic gameplay of the minigame done for the next iteration if I can, so I can start making more levels and adding new mechanics in the future. I'll also probably refine the pixel art a bit and make it so the characters look at you when you talk to them, which is not a thing just yet. Well, that's it about the project. And now for something kinda unrelated to it. I have a Twitch channel that I'm planning to bring back. I used to play games most of the time there back then, but I figured I could also work on the game while chatting with you guys. As long as it's not something that will spoil the story for you, of course. And that's it really. I don't know how to properly do this YouTube thing. I might have come off as really awkward, which is not far from the truth actually. So I just copied the usual stuff I see in other videos, you know, like including the mandatory like and subscribe thing and funny jump cuts and threw some memes for good measure too. I guess that's another task to add to a list of things to do, huh? A huge thank you to the people who supported me during all these years, waiting patiently for updates and news and making memes and stuff. I especially want to thank my IRL friends and also my internet friends like Ice, Dodo, Cole from GoodTales, and Niatsu. You're all awesome people and I really appreciated putting up with my ramblings. Now, if you don't mind, I have waifus to code and draw, so until next time, adios.